Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Pokemon Switch Draft League. It's another week, another set of battles. Sorry again for the glare. I know that's been a thing the last couple weeks. The light's behind me. I tried some other lighting schemes, like having the light overhead on or the light in the next room. There's a glare somewhere regardless. If I do a light in the next room, the glare's coming right here where my right hand is. I guess left from your viewpoint, but you get the idea. And if I do the one from above, I've got light shining down on me, so we're going to get some kind of glare regardless, so I'm going to keep it this way for the time being, until I can figure out a better solution there. Oh, we got some big battles today, a lot of playoff hopes on the line. There are some teams that can't afford to lose this week, or if they do lose, they certainly can't lose again. Let me grab my paper towel here. Oh, sorry about that. Fighting some allergies or something. So I'm certainly not sick, but having to blow my nose a little bit more for whatever reason. But anyway, some big matchups today, from beginning to end. Because even though the one at the end, the records don't look great, that still has some big playoff implications, at least for one of those teams. And the other team, of course, trying to get their first win. So they very much want to win, I know that much, even if they can't make the playoffs. So we got some big ones today. But, as it says above, we're going to get started with the Fairmont Flygon and the Mystic Magikarp. Mystic Magikarp with a win will stay in the conversation for number one. I mean, they'll be in the conversation even if they lose, depending on what the other teams do, but they'll still be at the top of the conversation. Yes, okay. My brain was... I was like, why do I see the same thing on my TV? Because I'm recording from I'm dumb. Sorry, it's been a long week. My brain is like half there. I really hope it doesn't cost anyone any battles because like I really am just kind of somehow here right now. But we're going to make it work. I am going to remember to change the music this week to be Legend 2 instead of Legend 1. And, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I thought for sure I'd be fighting the birds for Mystic Magikarp. They, in a way, outsmarted me because they did not bring the birds. So, yeah. I will be interested to see if I can bait the Raichu into using Thunderbolt on Electivire at some point. Well, let's see. Who do I want to use? Let's go Ditto, because I don't know who the game's going to pick as their lead. Worst comes to worst, we get a stalemate and make the game switch. I hope. Alright, let's see how it goes. Alrighty. Hippowdon first. So we're going to get Hippowdon versus Hippowdon. Now the real question, will the game go for Fissure in this situation or will it switch? Because if it chooses to go straight up for Fissure, then we've got an interesting situation here. Well, it'll just be who goes first and who gets lucky. The other thing I could do is put Latios in. I believe it does have Ice Fang, but we do have Recover. And at least this way Fissure and Earthquake wouldn't work on us. Alright, let's see what happens here. Holy cow, they did go for Fissure. Okay, good change. Woo! Could have lost Ditto right off the get-go there. Yikes. Let's go Psychic. We'll see what the game does here. Because you never know what this thing's going to do. So, I mean... I am looking at my TV. I know I've explained that all season, but it feels awkward to not be looking at the camera. Alright, so they went Umbreon. And now I've got a decision to make, because it is a dark type, but we do have Aura Sphere. So, like, I could go for the super effective hit. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I think the game in the past has gone, like, work up at least once before it does anything. So we at least get one turn to attack. I mean, honestly, that's not awful. Alright, did go for workup. I don't remember if that's Snarl or Dark Pulse or what it is. Probably Dark Pulse. Do I have anything that could take a plus... Well, I mean, everything can take a +1 Dark Pulse, but anything that won't be hurt that badly by it. This could be a chance for Ditto again. Let's go Ditto. That way, if it does Dark Pulse, it's going dark into dark. Oh, Crunch. Okay. Still called the Dark move right. I just didn't expect it to be Crunch. Now this gets real interesting. Does the game stay in or does the game switch? They do have Lucario, who might have the Justified ability. Do they have any Pokemon that can fly? They do not. I'm going to dig and see what happens. Because if Howdon's so slow, we should be okay. I don't remember if Lucario has an Earthquake or not. We should be bulky enough while Ditto is an Umbreon that Earthquake shouldn't one-shot us if they have it. But I don't remember if they have it. Okay, they do have it. So we're going to find out real quick here. Ditto barely tanks it. Good job, Ditto. We got a hit on the Lucario. It's probably going to go... Well, we're so low on health, it doesn't have to be Earthquake. It could be anything it could go for. I don't think this iteration of Lucario has a dark move, but Meteor Mash could still hurt a lot. Also, leave the cat alone. My dog's sniffing the cat too much. This is a tough one. Let's see, you're more specially defensive. Specially defensive. We need a setup for you first. Also specially defensive. I'm going to switch to Latios for the time being. Because maybe worst case scenario we could switch back in as a Lucario later or something. Alright, it did go extreme speed instead. We survived that. We do have the Aura Sphere still. We should be faster. But it has the extreme speed is the thing. It's already damaged. We're going to go Aura Sphere. If it was at full health, I would consider Recover first there. Alright, Lucario will go down to Latios. A little shocked they didn't switch there. I wonder if the game expected me to use Aura Sphere again there. Like, I wonder if the game didn't, like, put Umbreon in because they expected the Aura Sphere. Or what was going on there. Alright, Ninetales is definitely something that Latios does not want to see. But we do have a counter for that. Those are the two reasons we have Regice and Suicune. In fact, Regice even has the Flash Cannon to get, like, so yeah. Granted, the Flash Cannon is meant to battle rock types, but it'll work in this case. We can't be frozen because we're an ice type. Oh, wow. Yeah, that did nothing. Alright, I think they're going to switch, But since they've got the hail up, I can't pass up a free blizzard. Like, I just can't. Like, I'd be stupid to. Reggie should be pretty much okay the rest of the battle since Lucario's out of the way. Umbreon tanks it, but gets frozen. Alright. Will the game switch or stay in? I would imagine the smart thing to do would be stay in, because, like, it with that low of health and it not being that fast of a Pokemon, like, it's going to... Like, it's not likely to thaw out. Okay, it did outspeed us, but, like, it wasn't going to do a whole lot even if it did thaw out. I'm going to save some of my blizzards here, so we'll Icy Wind it. Alright, Regice gets a knockout. Alrighty. So what is the game going to do? I don't think they have any super effective moves on me the rest of the way. So, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Going with the Raichu. Okay. Interesting. I sort of want to switch to Electivire here. On the off chance it uses Thunderbolt. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to get Electivire that boost, that speed boost. Come on, hit me with Thunderbolt. Ooh, didn't want that. That's not great for us. That is not great for us. I took a gamble and it did not pay off. I mean, on the bright side, looking at their remaining Pokemon, Electivire's not going to help a whole lot anyway. The real thing will be, will they stay in or will they try switching to Hippowdon? We're not going to Earthquake. Well, I guess Earthquake works either way. We got 100 versus 85. I'm going to Earthquake, and we'll see what happens. We will see what indeed happens. They do withdraw the Raichu, so we're not going to one-shot anything. They go with Hippowdon. I wouldn't have used an electric move on Raichu, but I guess because the ground is good against electric, that's the thought process here. So, yeah, that was not much. I mean, I didn't expect it to be much, but it was not much. Again, I don't want to get hit by Fissure or Earthquake, so we're going to switch. Alright, the Earthquake misses. Are they just going to put Ninetales back in? I bet you, because I think that's what it did last time with Latios. So we're going to just go back to Regice. Now we're faster, so it's going to show our switching animation first, if they're switching. They are switching. Is it Ninetales? Oh, I've got it down. I've got this one down, ladies and gentlemen. So they're going to be like, oh shoot, Regice is back out there. Let's switch again. But then again, this time around, they don't have the Umbreon. I'm going to Flash Can. Worst comes to worst, it's a not very effective hit on a frailer Pokemon like Raichu. Or, like I said, things work out. So, either way, we're in kind of good shape here. Alright, they stayed in, so we called that right. They did get a Calm Mind up, so we're not going to hit them as hard, but it's still going to be 4 times effective. But that Calm Mind might keep it from going down in one hit. I absolutely think it kept it from going down in one hit. And we got the special defense drop. It does have the attack boost still, though. We're just going to Flash Cannon again. It's got Side Shock. That might hurt us some with the boost. Nope, Regice tanks it. Okay. Despite it being a physical move, technically. Ninetales will go down. I mean, it's not a physical move, but it calculates against your physical defense, that attack. Alright, well, Ninetales goes down to Regice. So what are they doing next? Alright, it is the Raichu. We've still got the Blizzard, the Hailstorm up, so we're going to Blizzard. I don't care, we're specially defensive. We should be okay. Raichu down in the red. Getting hit by the Hailstorm as well. I could try switching to Electivire again, but with my luck, it would pick Psychic or something. Okay, I called that right, so I didn't lose Electivire at least. Regice survives. Here comes another 100% Blizzard. I just realized, am I going to get a sweep? I didn't really think much of it because of all the switching, but I don't think I've lost anything yet. Because I saved the Ditto earlier. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I might really get a sweep. Okay. It's not likely. In fact, I say that Hippowdon's probably going to take us down this turn. 50% Blizzard. Why not? I mean, it was 50%, like I said. Do we survive the Earthquake? Probably not. We do not. So no sweep in the books this week. Okay. I had to mention it. That ruined it. Ditto's low health. I'm going to go with Latios just to take Fissure out of the equation. I know this thing has Ice Fang on it, but I'm going to bank on hopefully not getting crit, hopefully not getting frozen, and us winning just because it can't hit us with Earthquake and Fissure. Right, we're healed up. Here comes the Ice Fang. About where we started, and then the sand takes us down to half. We might survive another one, but they do it. The sand is up. We're just gonna go Psychic. Start chipping away at this thing. Good hit. If we survive to another turn, we could maybe beat it next turn. Sandstorm gets us down to 7. It's probably going to try to heal, but I'm going to go for the hit. Do we have enough behind this attack? We did. Hippowdon goes down, and the Flygon keep their hopes alive for making the playoffs. Suicune did not make an appearance. Electivire played. It didn't do anything, but it played. And that is a 4-0 victory for the Flygon, putting me at 1-0 against the computer. Magikarp picked a good team. We just got the first break by predicting correctly and getting the Lucario out of there. That's really what made the difference, was we just got the upper hand. That was definitely a battle where, since there wasn't as much luck stuff in it, like, for example, if Fissure, like, if I had Suicune out there, the game could have gone nuts and the computer could have landed like 3 Fissures. But since I had a Pokemon that could take Fissure out of the game, like some of the crazy stuff out of the game, that's what kind of made the difference there. Now, the craziness is part of the fun for Pokemon. I'm not saying that, oh, well, some of those losses don't count because they weren't skill-based. No, but like that was an example of where that one did come down to skill, and I was able to beat up the computer because I just knew what I was doing more. But anyway, we beat up the other player doing that. Alright, so let's get match number 2 underway here. That's going to be between 2 other teams fighting for first. That's the wrong S team. The Shuckle Squad and Nightmare AC. Nightmare AC currently in first place by half a game. I guess technically a full game if you go by the results of the first game that already happened. But they are only half a game ahead of Shuckle Squad. So, this game will determine, at least for the moment, who first place is in our league. Again, a couple weeks left, so we're far from done. But it'll determine who's first place now. Alrighty. Let's see here. I have no idea who to lead here. Normally this person gives me a lead Pokemon to go with. I'm gonna say Rotom, because except for Blissey, Rotom has something for all of these. And even in Blissey's case, we could paralyze it, making it, like, slow to heal or have a chance to be fully paralyzed and not heal. So, I think we go Rotom first, and then we figure it out from there. Plus, Rotom has led for this team in other battles this year. So there's a chance it might have been picked by the owner of this team anyway. Alright, Articuno. Also, just realized no Zapdos this week for Shuckle Squad. Gosh, I mean, there's a couple good options here. The owner of this team would probably like me to just go Overheat or Thunder. I'm actually going to try Thunder Wave. And the reason being for that is that a lot of the Pokemon, if not all the Pokemon on the opponent's team, are speed-based, essentially. So if we can get them slowed down... Okay, maybe I should have gone Thunder. It went Poliwrath? I mean, I get that we're part Fire, but, like, we're also part Electric. I mean, granted, it's not like Gengar would have survived that hit, but that's such a weird... Rotom actually looking at their team again, like, on paper here, really is a good pick, because except for Blissey, like, they're all weak at, like, they have an issue with it in one way or another. Alright, I don't know what this Poliwrath is planning, so I'm actually going to Volt Switch for now to kind of scout and see what it does. We almost beat it with the Volt Switch. Plus, I knew Volt Switch would hit, whereas Thunder and Overheat we wouldn't do because it's a Water type, and Thunder that was not a guarantee. Let's go Starmie. Water versus Water here. Paralyzed, so I'll never know what it was going to do. Okay. Psyshock. I don't believe they have any Dark types. So, that should work. That should work. It stayed in. And Starmie already has more knockouts for its new team than it ever did for me this season. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Of course I get rid of it and it immediately helps first place. Of course. Oh, man. Of course. Togekiss is interesting here. Let's see, 90, 90. Let's go Thunderbolt because there is the chance to paralyze. Bulky. Okay. Thunder Wave on us. That's not real great for us, but like... I don't think we necessarily have to switch. Although they're probably going to go for Paraflinch, yeah. We fought through the Paraflinch. Okay. It survived, though, so we're in trouble. Metagross. Alright, I think they're going to switch, so I'm going to use this turn to agility. That's just my guess on the matter. Like, there's no way that they're going to stay in. No way. With us being a steel type. Alright, they are switching. Question is, why are they switching to Gengar? I mean, yeah, Shadow Ball can hit us super effective, but now I'm glad I agilitied. Because we're going to outspeed it. Now, granted, we're going to have to hope our attack hits. But, the way this game's been this year, you never know. I guess, well, I mean, it's also weak to Earthquake. Let's just Earthquake it. That might be enough. Gengar's not the, like, bulkiest Pokemon. Alright, we did beat the Gengar. We'll never know what they were planning to do because of agility. Alright. Not a bad start. Not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. Do we have an Ice type? Because I feel like... Well, no, it has Ancient Power too, though. I was gonna say it might be sheer cold time because, like, I don't know if the game has too many other win conditions at this point. Meteor Mash. We do one-shot the Articuno. Okay. I wasn't sure if we would. I know Articuno's more, like, specially bulky. I know my Articuno's EV trained to the point where it would maybe have a chance at surviving that hit. But these are not EV trained, so, yeah. Let's see. Going back to Togekiss. Alright. What are we going to do to the Togekiss? Earthquake is out of the picture because it's flying. 90 accuracy, 90 accuracy. So it doesn't really matter. Let's go Meteor Mash, see if we get that attack boost. We've hit again. Okay, so 2 for 2 on the Meteor Mash. And we did get the attack boost. I didn't watch it because I was writing down in the scorebook, but I heard it. We got the attack boost. I believe all that's left is Blissey, which is very frail from a physical standpoint. Unless Blissey pulls off some shenanigans, like if it gets a burn from Tri-Attack or something like that, we should be in good shape here. 3 for 3. Like, we have not missed a single Meteor Mash. Blissey will go down. Metagross flexing its robotic muscles. And that's a sweep, ladies and gentlemen. I thought we were going to get a sweep in my battle. We got a sweep in the second battle of the day. All right, well, good start for me this week as the overall player, beating the computer twice. Like I said, not really a bad lineup picked by Shuckle Squad. Just we got one of the Pokemon, in this case Metagross, rolling. It had double speed, and then once it got that attack boost, it was really just a matter of, as long as it didn't miss, it was going to take off, and it didn't miss. So that's just unfortunate. Not necessarily a bad lineup pick, just an unlucky roll of the dice. Alrighty. Moving on to the third matchup, we've got the Great Garchomp trying to stay alive in the playoff race against another potential number 1, the Harper's Ferry Haunter. The Harper's Ferry Haunter have been... They were the clear-cut number 1 early in the season, but they've got on a bit of a skid here lately, opening the door for other teams to catch up. Will they get back to winning form, or will the skid continue? That's going to be what we're here to find out. Alrighty. We're getting to see Heracross. I'm not sure. Heracross either hasn't shown up this season or it's been there like once. So we're getting to see Heracross. I'm going to save Dusknoir because it'll come in handy with its Trick Room against Mesprit and Latios. Maybe the Charizard. Scizor could be key too once we get Charizard out of the way. So that leaves us with Azumarill, Cresselia, Nidoqueen. Cresselia's not worried about Haunter at all whatsoever. Its only real threat is the Mega Horn from Heracross. You know what? We're going to start with Cresselia. Yeah, I'm going to start Cresselia and we'll see where it goes. Because even if it is Heracross, if it misses Mega Horn, or better yet, we just hit it hard with Psychic after we tank the Mega Horn, we might be able to do okay against the rest of the Pokemon. They do lead with the Heracross. Heracross does have quite the strong physical attack. I'm going to chance it because of... I'm going to say Heracross because of Cresselia's defenses. We are faster. That's actually big. Heracross does not go down, but it means we go first if we survive. Cresselia survives. That is absolutely huge. Oh, that is that's a major development right there. Psychic again. Heracross is down, and then Cresselia is, I don't want to say it's unchecked, but this could be interesting now. That ended up being a big guts play by me. That could have gone horribly wrong, but here we are. Alrighty, what is the opponent gonna do? Charizard. Okay. Interesting. Let's heal up. Well, Charizard's probably faster than this. We definitely don't want Scizor out there. We can't burn it, but we could Trick Room it. Aqua Jet. Let's go, Zoomer. Alright, the Charizard is Dragon Dancing. It won't be able to Flare Blitz us or anything. I think it has Hurricane, if I remember correctly, as the flying move. So I'm not sure if there's a lot it can do to us. It's going for Iron Tail. That did okay damage. It gets the defense drop, though. Of course it does. Charizard survives. I think we do Aqua Jet, because 2 Aqua Jets definitely beat it. 1 might do it, but 2 definitely get it, and we should survive another Iron Tail if it does hit. We do not take it out, but another Aqua Jet absolutely will. The second Iron Tail lands, and we're down to 20 health. And me picking Aqua Jet ends up paying off. Okay. Charizard goes down to Azumarill. Although Azumarill is now very low on health. Like, very low on health. Right, Haunter's out there. Do we switch or do we go for an Aqua Jet? Actually, I don't know if it has a psychic move. I know it has energy. I think we're going to stay in. We're going to stay in and we're going to Aqua Jet because I do not know what this thing has. So it's hard to guess. I know it has... Oh, wait, it has Destiny Bond. Alright, Haunter gets a knockout on the Azumarill. To be fair, though, Azumarill kind of did its job taking out the Charizard. Scizor should be fine. It can't poison us. And those other moves it has won't hurt us much. Shadow Ball will be neutral. I think it might have Destiny Bond, which if it does, we just try to play around that. Swords Dance and see what it does. Alright, it does in fact have the Destiny Bond. That is 1,000,000% confirmed now. And scary to play around. So until it attacks again, Destiny Bond is in effect. So we're going to Swords Dance again. Back-to-back Destiny Bond attempts. Okay. Alright, well we got triple attack Scizor. Let's Bullet Punch. And see what happens. That should absolutely annihilate a Haunter. Yep. Alright, Scizor at triple attack is going to be hard to beat. Like, I think we've pretty much got this one in the bag. Like, it was going to be tough for the Haunter if we had double attack Scizor. We've got triple attack Scizor. So, that's not looking great for them. Not looking great at all. X-Scissor would be super effective, but we want to go first with Bullet Punch. Latios goes down one hit. Yeah, this one's going to belong to the Garchomp. Unless something really crazy happens here. This should be ball game. Should be game over. Alrighty. Bullet Punch. This should end it. Mesprit survives, and it goes Nasty Plot. We win. It doesn't matter how strong you make your attack. Scizor's gonna Bullet Punch you first before you can do anything. This one is over. Congratulations to the great Garchomp for keeping their playoff hopes alive. And that is going to be a 4-0 win for the Garchomp. Surprisingly lopsided so far this week. We've beat the computer all 3 times so far, and they have not been close games if you go by the scorecard. So, very surprising. Not really bad teams picked by anyone. It was really just we got that triple attack Scizor running wild. Like, so far all these games, the scores make them look like they're not that even, but it was more just we got something to work. We got somebody, we got a stat boost, or we had a lucky break. Like, all the battles have had some turning point that made them turn out the way they did. Alright, moving on to our 4th matchup today, also with some possible playoff implications. A battle of 2 teams sitting at 4-3, the Pokemon Power and the Squirtle Squad. The winner's going to be 5-3 and in really good shape. The loser's going to drop back to 4-4 and be with the likes of the Fairmont Flygon and the Great Garchomp competing, jostling for position. Don't worry, everybody. By the end of this video, when we're doing the standings at the end, I will have all of the playoff clinching scenarios, or at least the most likely ones. We'll go over them all. I'm not picking Magnezone first. I bumped my computer into the... My computer into the controller. My controller into the computer. Alright, what do they got? I don't want to start Magnezone because they got 2 fire types. Venusaur also no-go because of the 2 fire types. Rhyperior's good against everything except Vaporeon. Walreign's also pretty good because even though it doesn't want to fight electric, it has Earthquake and it's bulky. Let's go with... I kind of want to save Rhyperior for after we can get the Sandstorm up with Tyranitar, though. Walrein has thick fat. Let's go Venusaur, and if it ends up being a fire type, we'll switch in Walrein to just take like a tiny bit of damage. Oh. Alright, what are they leading with? Raikou, okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't lead with Tyranitar. That would have been bad for with the Aura Sphere and all. I don't remember the moveset on this thing. We do have Earth Power. Earth Power is good against everything except Vaporeon that they brought. And if they switch to Vaporeon, we just Giga Drain. I think we go Earth Power. Alright, they're switching out. If it's Vaporeon, it's neutral. If it's something else, it's super effective. It's Entei. We're going to get a free shot on Entei here. I prefer Earthquake on my Venusaur, or even... Actually, my really good Venusaur has Bulldoze. It's like a stalling Venusaur. With Leech Seed, Toxic, Bulldoze, and Synthesis. But, man, that hurt the Entei a lot. I probably shouldn't have stayed in because it's going to Flare Blitz. Not my brightest decision there. But on the other hand, we could have risked getting a burn on the Tyranitar or the Rhyperior. We wouldn't want that. Plus the recoil will hurt Entei anyway. Venusaur goes down in one hit to the Entei. So an uh-oh decision on my part, but the Entei's down in the red. So I'm not, like, too worried about it. Let's go Tyranitar. Alright, Dragon Dance, because we're bulky enough, we're definitely going to survive. Or should survive. It Iron Tails us. Yeah, we survive. We're fine. Now we're going to be faster. Or if not, at least close to faster. We should be faster. We'll see. We're going to go Earthquake, because that we're guaranteed to hit that, as opposed to we might miss Stone Edge. It's still faster than us, but it misses the Iron Tail. So Tyranitar is going to get the knockout. Scary thing there, though, is it means we probably need a second Dragon Dance. We don't have Venusaur anymore to absorb the hit from the Aura Sphere, so that could be a problem. Yeah, everything left hates Aura Sphere. Alright, so that means Tyranitar's probably going to go down here. We'll Earthquake just in case. That's going to be a knockout for Raikou. But hey, to be fair to Tyranitar, it's got knockouts now the last couple weeks. We're going to go Rhyperior because there shouldn't be enough damage behind the Aura Sphere to one-shot us. We should be able to survive and get an Earthquake off. If they switch, we're hitting something for free. All right, yeah. That's where that could be a problem, though, is we won't be as bulky against the Aura Sphere once the sand goes away. So that kind of sucks, but hey, a free shot at Vaporeon. Big hit. Big hit. Alright, it's definitely coming at us with a water move. Let's get Walrein out there. Like, there's no way in heck it's not coming at us with a water move. Yep, called that. It misses anyway. Okay. Okay. Now the real question is, will they switch? We're not hydro pumping because that thing, yeah. We're going to sheer cold. Whatever's out there, we're trying to sheer cold. They switched. Do we get a free sheer cold? Like, we get a free attempt anyway. Oh, come on. Sheer cold to Raikou. That'd be amazing. Please. Please. Ah. Now I gotta make a decision, because we can Earthquake it. It won't beat it, but it'll hurt it bad. And definitely put it in range for one of these two to knock it out. Versus Sheer Cold being instant and us still having Walrein to work with. I think I have to play Earthquake just to get the for sure damage, because if we go Sheer Cold and miss, we're gonna lose. Like, that's just how that's gonna work. Please survive a hit here, please. Walrein does tank it out. Way to go, Walrein. That's a huge Earthquake. Like, we could maybe even beat it with like a not very effective hit from Magnezone now. Like, that is huge. Now, the real question is, I don't think... This is where it's going to be tough. If it goes Thunderbolt again, we could be fine switching into Rhyperior. If it goes Aura Sphere, Rhyperior is going to get hurt really badly. I think Walrein's so slow, we just kind of let it happen. Walrein's not going to outspeed Jolteon or Arcanine. It could maybe have a shot at Vaporeon, but definitely not the other two. I'm going to take a chance now just because of that Vaporeon scenario. There's a chance we get it matched up with Vaporeon. We survive a hit or go first, and we have at least a shot at Sheer Cold late in the game. It went Thunderbolt, we're okay. Alright. Alright. Earthquake. And hope we don't die in one hit. Rhyperior tanks it. Oh my gosh, he tanked that so much more than I thought he was going to tank it. Raikou goes down to Rhyperior. The two legendaries are off the board. The two legendaries are off the board. I am, in fact, going to save you. Because we could use you against the other two remaining Pokemon. So we're going to put Magnezone out there. Hope it doesn't die right away. Because if it does, we're in trouble. Miss. Miss. Darn it. Come on, tank it. Maybe. It did 73. We got 72 left. So it's going to come down to the damage roll if they hit, of course. Come on, miss. They do hit. Is it a low enough damage roll for us? It is not. Magnezone goes down. Dang. It's perfect on the hydro pump, by the way. That's all right. Should only have like 2 more left. Well, okay. This is the scenario, the very scenario for why I kept Walrein alive. Like, this is exactly why I kept Walrein alive. Oh, they're switching out again. I picked Sheer Cold. We have another shot. Come on, give me a Sheer Cold here, please. Could win us the game. Of course not. Of course not. Well, at this point, we just go Sheer Cold again, I think. Although I don't think it has a whole lot it can do besides Thunder. It is setting up rain, though. That gives us one more shot at Sheer Cold. 0 for 3 on the Sheer Cold. Walrein is in a mood and does not want that move to work. If I switch, then we're taking unnecessary damage, giving the Arcanine a chance. Thunder's going to hit for sure, though, so like I have to switch. I do not have a choice. Walrein, since it blew its opportunity to land a Sheer Cold, like it does not, it can't, it loses. I have to take it out. It did try to Thunder. Okay. We got that going for us. I guess Earthquake it. It's switching. Oh, we're gonna take out that Vaporeon. I think the game just threw the battle. Cause like, yeah, the opponent like just threw the battle. Because if they leave Jolteon in and just let it go down, they put Vaporeon in and it outspeeds us. And with it outspeeding us, we're having to hope that we can get a miss from the Hydro Pump. Oh my gosh, that's huge. That hurts. But man, what a series of events here. What does more damage since we had the drop? They both do 100. Stone Edge does have a better chance to crit. We also do have the Horn Drill. I think we're going to need the crit because of the attack drop. I'm going to go Stone Edge. It has Iron Head. That hurts, but we tank it. We flinched. Of course we flinched. If the rain doesn't run out, I think that's going to do it. We have to tank it, and then we got to not flinch this time. We do tank it. Well, just an example, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you can do everything right in a battle and still lose. We never even got the chance to see if we could get Stone Edge to hit. We're going to die this turn, so I'm just going to Horn Drill because it's not going to matter. Rhyperior will go down to the Arcanine. Double flinch. The rain's gone, but like we're still going to have to hope on tanking a hit and a couple other things. Actually, this thing might have Wild Charge. If it does, we really don't have a chance. Like, it's just over. Yeah, it has Wild Charge. We're done. Arcanine leading the Squirtle squad to victory. That gives me my first loss on the day. That is a 2-0 victory by the Squirtle squad. Power still sitting at 4-4, so still not in a bad spot. But Squirtle squad doing they've put themselves in a great spot to make the playoffs here. All right, and with that game in the books, that's a shame, dude, because we had a couple chances to win that game, and we just couldn't get things to go our way. They hit just about every Hydro Pump they tried. They got the flinches when they needed them. And that did it. Alright, the last matchup of the day. Arguably my most difficult as far as trying to beat the computer goes. We've got Smooch 'em or Lose 'em against the Far-Fetched Gardening Club. Smooch 'em or Lose 'em is already eliminated from playoff contention. The Far-Fetched are still in the race. They need to win a bunch down the stretch to get in, but they have won their last 2. If they win today, they can make it they've won their last 3. So, they're a team with some momentum that's gaining some traction here. And of course, I got to play them in the next week. That's going to be great for my team. Let's see here. We're basically using almost the same 5 every week. So it's tough because, like, the opponents know what we're going to use. Let's, I guess, start Smooch 'em. It's not really going to matter, but we're going to start Smooch 'em. And kind of see where we go. We want to save Jinx and Xatu as much as we can because I think they're going to be 2 of the better Pokemon in this battle for us. If not, the only 2 good Pokemon. Licky Licky has its moments where it can be good. I just don't think it matches up super well in this one. I say that, and Licky Licky will get like 3 knockouts, but we'll see how this goes. Alright, they're going Gardevoir first. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was thinking we had Hypnosis or Sweet Kiss or something. Nope, we just got the Nasty Plot. Okay. I'm just going to go Blizzard, because there's no way we're going to live long enough to actually use the Nasty Plot. Yeah, see, we would have died next turn. We do get a Blizzard off. Maybe we get a Freeze? Okay, no, but you know what? That's the most that Smooch 'em has contributed this season, so there's that. Smooch 'em will go down to the Gardevoir. Not a real big surprise there, to be honest. Do we have anything to fight a Gardevoir with? Your special attacker. Special. Licky Licky's our only shot with Mega Kick or, well, no, it's a Psychic type, so we wouldn't send a Headbutt. So, yeah, basically Mega Kick. So, I know it has Focus Blast, but, like, half our team is weak against that anyway. 1 for 1 on the Focus Blast, 70% accurate. Hurts Licky Licky a lot. Our move's 85% accurate. We also land our attack. Gardevoir survives, though. Oh, we're 75% accurate. My bad. Our most accurate move is the Zen Headbutt, so we're going to attempt that. Again, going for Psychic now. That is enough to get rid of Licky Licky. Jinx is faster, so we're going to try Jinx. Do they have any, like, dark types? They do not. Psychic. Alright, we are faster. They stayed in. Jinx is going to get a knockout. I mean, Jinx is a solid Pokemon. It's just on a not-so-solid team. We got the Lopunny in there. See, if we get Jinx against, like, Vileplume or even Combuskin, we got a shot. The problem is, do we have anything that can survive Lopunny here? I think we just stay in. We're going to go Psychic. I know that Focus Blast is super effective, but we can't trust the accuracy. They get Mega Kick to land. Mega Kick one-shots us. Well, that's going to make it tough. That's going to make it tough to win. 2 for 2 on the Mega Kick. Ooh, we are in trouble. Three for 3 on the Mega Kick. Wow. All right, Lopunny with another knockout. It's all down to Lickitung. Can Lickitung pull off a reverse sweep? I highly doubt it, but can it do so? I think we go Thunder and hope for paralysis if we survive long enough. Finally, a missed Mega Kick. We missed the Thunder. Of course we do. Of course we do. Alright, let's try again. They go 4 out of 5 on the Mega Kicks. That hurt a lot. We do get Thunder to hit. Do we get the paralysis? We got a critical hit. We did get the paralysis. Now the question is, do we outspeed with the paralysis? Or are we in really big trouble here? Zen Headbutt, Paraflinch strategy. They're still faster than us. We're going to lose. The Drain Punch from Lopunny. That's going to do this one. Like this one. We missed the 90% Zen Headbutt. Of course we do. You know what? Hyper Beam. If we actually get to see an attack again, we'll see how much that does. Ball game. I can't say I didn't expect this kind of route, but it's still just as surprising each time. That is a 4-0 victory for the Farfetch'd. And that means after starting out 3-0 against the computer this week, I ended up 3-2 yet again. But, I mean, come on. You saw what I'm working with there. There's only so much I can do as a player, no matter how good or bad I am. Alright, well, that was our 5th battle of the day. I'm going to update the standings and find out some of the playoff scenarios, and then I'll be right back. Hang on just a minute, everybody. Alright, we're back with all the updates, etc. So after putting in the results for this week, here's our standings. Officially clinching a playoff spot. They could lose out, and they're going to be in the playoffs in some way, shape, or form. Nightmare After Christmas. Nightmare AC has successfully clinched a playoff spot. Congratulations. The 1 seed still up for grabs potentially. Because while they do have a bye week, someone could catch up a half game during the bye week and then catch them the following week. So the 1 seed's still up for grabs. It's unlikely to go to someone else, but it is mathematically possible. But Nightmare AC has clinched a playoff spot. As far as the other teams go, there is a 2-game difference between 2nd place and 9th place. So all those teams are still eligible to try and make the playoffs here, with 2 weeks to go. In 2nd at the moment, Harper's Ferry Haunter by the slimmest of tiebreakers again. They are then followed by 3rd place Mystic Magikarp, also at 5-3. Also at 5-3, but just a few less points, the Shuckle Squad, as well as the 5-3 Squirtle Squad. So 4 teams right there that could go anywhere between 2nd and 5th in a heartbeat. Sitting in 6th place at 5-4, the Fairmont Flygon, trying to squeak back into the playoff conversation. If the playoffs started today, like if the season ended today, the Flygon would have the 6th seed. There has been discussion in the league about possibly going to 7. I'm still waiting to hear from a couple of our players what their thoughts are on the matter. But so far, out of the 4 I've talked to, 3 of the owners that have gotten back to me have expressed interest in 7 making the playoffs. At the moment, it's still 6 until I have a better picture, a better idea of what the whole league thinks as opposed to a couple individuals. I will say one of the teams that was all for 7 is one of the higher ranked teams. So it's not just the teams at the bottom voting to try and get in the playoffs. Because of how even everything's been, I think everyone just kind of feels that that more teams should have a shot because more teams are good enough to have a shot. Again, not going to make that change until I talk to everyone and I know for sure that we've got a pretty good majority one way or the other. If it comes back to like I'm abstaining from voting unless it's like a 5-5 tie. Well, even that I'll probably abstain from a vote. So because especially with my team being on the borderline there, I don't want to push the vote one way or another. So if we end up with like a tie, like a 5-5 tie, we'll just keep it at 6. But if we get to like 7, 8 of the 11, 7 or 8 of the other 10 managers wanting the change, then we'll make the change. My team right now would be the 6th seed barely, but we also have played 1 extra game than the team that's currently in 7th and 8th, so they could very easily pass me. I mean, heck, I have the same point differential as the team in 7th, so if they just win a game, they're going to have to score to win, so they would pass me. So, my team very much on the line right now for if it's in the playoffs or not. Garchomp and Power both right there as well, trying to get in. Farfetched Gardening Club sitting at number 9, also still with a great shot to get in. If we go to 7 teams, they're only 1 game out of the playoff race. And even at 6, they're only a game and a half out with 2 weeks to go. I have a bye, so there's half a game right there. And then they play me head-to-head so they could hand me a loss themselves. So all 9 teams that are not eliminated have a shot at getting in. And then we have the 2 teams that are eliminated, just seeing who can finish better out of the 2 of them. After going yet again 3-2 this week, I'm 25-20 against the computer opponent this year. So still my worst year I've had in that regard. On to the statistics. Reggie Ice leading my team with 10 knockouts, 3 feints. Latios with 8. They've been carrying the torch so far this season. I got rid of Starmie, and it went from having nothing and 3 feints to getting a knockout its first week. Go figure for its new team. Garchomp still a front runner there. Blaziken second, but Metagross with a good week, reminding us what Metagross can do when it is landing its attacks. For Great Garchomp, Cresselia still their leader. Scizor definitely carried the torch this week, though. My cat is trying to get on my recording setup. That's why you saw me reaching my arm out, trying to shoo him over a little bit. Pokemon Power. Rhyperior leading the way there with 9 knockouts. Just some unfortunate turn of events. We had several chances to get a sheer cold for them today. Did not work. Also got flinched to oblivion at the end of the battle, so not a bad team pick, just very unfortunate luck-wise this week. Squirtle Squad. Entei joining Scyther at the top for knockouts now. Their team hanging in there at 5-3 as well. Doing a pretty good job. Harper's Fairy Haunter at 5-3. Registeel still their top performing Pokemon despite only showing up twice so far this season. They've got a pretty good team all around. It was interesting to see Heracross today. Spearo's crew didn't play this week, so no updates there. Smooch 'em or lose 'em. Jinx still at 6-6, the only positive thing really for that team. There are a ton of good Pokemon out there they could pick up if they want to improve, but since they haven't so far to this point of the season, I doubt they will. Shuckle Squad, Zapdos didn't make an appearance this week and is still the leader at 10-2. They've got a very good team, just again, kind of like Power this week, so just some unfortunate luck. Mystic Magikarp, also the same thing. Unfortunate luck, very good team. Just I was able to get around the Lucario. Once we got around the Lucario, that opened things up for Regice and Latios. Farfetch Gardening Club, 3-game winning streak for the Farfetch Gardening Club. Lopunny causing some issues for opponents. They're gonna have a really good shot actually to make a push down the stretch. Now they do have a tough end of the season. They play my team next week on the road. My team is desperate to need a win, especially only being half a game ahead of the 7th and 8th place teams. If they get that win and get their win streak to 4 in a row, they then play the number 1 team, Nightmare AC. Now, granted, again, I will be in control of their teams. That's their best shot at trying to win that game. But if they can pull off getting those 2 wins, they're in for sure. They're going to have a shot at being in. If we expand to 7, I like to think that they're in for sure if they win both games. If they win one of the 2 and we go to 7, they've got a shot at getting in. But, yeah, if they win both, I really like their odds. But yeah, that's where we are right now. It's very close still. And you can see why we're having the debate over if we're going to have 6 or 7. That's how things worked out this week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that YouTube nonsense if you liked what you saw here today. And I'll see you next week with another episode of the Pokemon Switch Draft League. Alright, see you then. Bye-bye.